Hi everyone and welcome to my very first YouTube video. I was looking online at a bunch of everything I sewed in 2024 videos, and those types of videos are my favorite to watch, so it actually inspired me to pick up my camera, get my makes of 2024 and show you. So let's start with the first thing I made, or actually the first thing I finished, because I started making this in 2024. It's this really nice velvet fabric with a lot of stretch, which made it super easy to sew. It was a very quick sew, but that is why I finished it in 2025, because I was in a hurry to finish this for a holiday dinner and I didn't finish it properly. So I went back in 2025 to finish this properly. The pattern I used for this top is by Sewing Machina. She's a German pattern designer, but I hacked it a lot. I will write the pattern somewhere because I don't know it by head. It doesn't have sleeves, so I hacked the sleeves myself. And I just made a super simple skirt to go with it. It doesn't even have elastic, it's just stretchy fabric sewed together. So it was really easy and nice to wear. After finishing that velvet set, I started making the Cynthia blouse by Vicky Sews. And I didn't just make one, I made 3 at the same time. I wanted to challenge myself and see if it would quicken up the process. Spoiler alert, it didn't, because it's quite an extensive pattern. It's not a pattern that you whip up in a few hours. So I think it still cost me 2.5 days to make all of these blouses. It was nice because I could use white thread for all of them, so I could make them all in one go. But yeah, the details and especially the buttons for every single blouse and buttonholes just took a long time. So at some point I was really done with sewing these blouses, but I am really happy with them, especially these blue ones I really like. This one is in a regular cotton and this one is in a really nice seersucker cotton, and I used really cute flower buttons on the blouse. The one I actually wore the most is the linen one. Even though I think I wore this the most, I am thinking of getting rid of this blouse. I just came back from Mexico and I wore it a lot over there, but I saw some pictures back of this. I am pretty pale and I saw that the color of this fabric and my skin really blended in together. So I think I might sew it up again in a bright white instead of this beigey natural linen color. I think we have all noticed the Ganni top trend on Instagram, and I happily jumped on the train because I thought tops were really cute. I first made this navy cotton one. It was really simple to make. I used a Elliot top by Cool Stitches, which is a free pattern. I love that pattern and it was really easy to hack into this one because she also has a video hacking it into another blouse that really looks like this one with the high neck. I wore this blouse a bunch, so I made another one in this very cute lemony fabric. I used it a little bit less because I made it at the end of summer, and also I think maybe the print is just a little bit bold and a little bit more difficult to style. But nevertheless, I really like this blouse and the tie tops are just so fun. Sometimes I just make something because I want to make something. I still had this fabric in my stash. I think I bought it from the fabric store, like the We Are the Fabric store on Instagram. It's a lovely fabric. I made a shirt top with it with a skirt, and I had like maybe 20 centimeters of fabric left. So this was a really scrappy project. It has a really nice open back and some straps. It was just really easy to make. It's one of those tops that you throw on when it's really hot and you don't want to wear anything. And I really enjoy that I don't have to wear a bra underneath it. So I love this top. This dress I had made before once. It's a beautiful dress from a tutorial by Paper Strokes Designs, I think. I've made it before in a beigey color. Again, this year I've really learned better what colors suit me and which don't. So I wanted to make it again because I love the dress. It has a very big tiered skirt, which is so fun to wear, and a beautiful back. I used an IKEA bedsheet for this because you need a lot of fabric. I remembered from last time. And yeah, I have no notes. It's really fun. I didn't get a lot of occasions to wear it to because as much as I like to wear these dresses in casual occasions, it still kind of scares me a little bit. But it's a super fun dress to make, and I'm sure this summer I have occasions to wear it too. This top I made again because I just wanted to sew. It's a Reformation inspired top. The bedsheet I just mentioned with the other dress came with a pillowcase, and that's all I used for this little top. It's just a tube basically with an elastic at the top, at the middle. It was fun to make, but this is not really my style, so I didn't wear it a lot. Only the week after I made it because I was in love with it. And maybe this summer I'll get some wear out of it again. So all of the next things I made because I had a trip to Mexico planned. Vacations or holidays are my biggest motivation to sew for some reason. It's really nice to have a deadline. So I made 3 sets, which this one is the first. Not too long before making this blouse, I went to a Mango store and bought a blouse in this fabric. I felt so stupid afterwards because I didn't wear it a lot. I don't like to buy fast fashion, so I was not happy with myself. But instead of just throwing it away, I really like the color of this linen, and I thought maybe I can sew it into something else. I made this top, which has a really cute corset back. From that same blouse, I also made these shorts. I really like that the waistband in the front is not elasticated and the back is, so it is very comfortable, but I really like a neat looking waistband from the front. I am very proud of myself for getting this out of that one blouse that was like in a size S. The shorts pattern I drafted from an old short I had, which was kind of falling apart, but I really like the shape, so that's what I used for that. And then that old short that I cut up to use the pattern is also the lining of this top and the pockets, I think, because I really didn't have enough fabric. I really enjoyed wearing this set in Mexico. I learned to dance bachata and salsa there, so this was a great outfit to wear to those nights to feel really nice and feminine and cute. The second set I made for Mexico was this set in a cotton double gauze in this beautiful red fabric. For the pants, I used the Saguaro pants pattern by Friday Pattern Company. It has nice pockets. I lowered the waist a little bit because I felt that with this pattern the waist comes up really high, which I do not prefer. But yeah, these pants were so nice. They did shrink in the wash a little bit when I was in Mexico, so the legs are now a little bit short on me. I think I might lengthen them again because I do like a little bit longer pants. And the top I made with it is from a video of the Essentials Club. It's just this tube top which you tie together in the middle like that. It is obviously easier to see once I wear it on. This was such a nice set, maybe the favorite thing I made from Mexico. The fabric is so soft, so it feels like you're wearing a pajama, but I looked quite dressed up when I was wearing this, and I love that combination of feeling super comfortable but looking very nicely dressed. And it was so easy to make. In that same Mango sale I mentioned earlier, I had bought a pair of shorts and a top, but the top I also did not like. So the last night before going to Mexico, I had basically a sewing all-nighter, making that red set, the pink shorts, finishing those, and at the very last moment I made this top. Now that is visible because it was very late at night and this is a very sloppily made top. I'm not very proud of it, but it did serve its purpose in Mexico. It's the Morning Glory top by Sarah Kirsten. I made that before and I think it's the best beginner pattern to start because it's so easy and you have just a proper garment when you finish. But because of that, I underestimated how long it still took. I'll show you the shorts that come with it. I did not make these, but they fit very nice together. So yeah, very happy with everything I made for Mexico. I was there for 6 weeks and I had 1 backpack, so I used these all a lot. Now the last thing I want to show you are these 2 really cute bags. I did my first attempt at making bags this year and it was so much fun. I never thought it was going to be so much fun. What I liked about it is that you don't have to press as much, you don't have to try it on, so it's really just sewing. These bags are both made from scraps of other projects because you really don't need a lot to make a bag. These bags are heavily inspired by a Dutch brand called Balm de Brand. I have one of their bags which is super cute and I wear a lot. I love the design and I really wanted to try making one myself. So this one is in a really cute black and white gingham fabric. It is a little bit flimsy, so next time I'll use a little bit of a thicker fabric. This one is made in the fabric that I had left over from this tie top. I quilted the fabric, but the quilting batting I had wasn't great quality, so I had to use a lot of layers and still the quilting effect is hardly visible, but it did make it very stiff, so the zipper is a little bit hard to open and close. And what might be fun to show is that the inside actually has the fabric from the Cynthia blouse I made. So it is a great scrap buster and I want to make many more bags in 2025. So that is everything I sewed in 2024. There are definitely years where I sewed a lot more projects, but I'm really happy with the projects I did get to this year. So one of the takeaways from this year's sewing is that I'm really glad I used a lot of solid colors. Before, when I used to go fabric shopping, I would always jump on the prints and then I found out that it's very hard to pair, and I do enjoy getting a lot of wear out of my self-made garments. Second thing is color. I'm very glad with the color palette I chose. I feel like I'm starting to learn which colors look really good on me and which don't. Also, before in my sewing journey, I would always go for these like really light pastel, muted colors, and they just do not look good on me. So then I would make something, be super happy with it, and not really wear it because it just didn't look very good on me. And thirdly, I feel like I really found a balance to thinking about what I want to make, what I'm actually going to wear, but then sometimes also just sewing because I feel like sewing. And if I then do not wear the garment as much, it's fine. It's mostly with scraps anyway, so I'm very happy to not overthink it too much, but also think about it enough so that I actually get some wear out of most of the pieces I make. So that was everything I made this year. If you enjoyed this video, please consider to subscribe and like this video. And if you want to see more, then click on this video of my sewing plans of 2025.